Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good afternoon to all the viewers and also my co-host. And I hope you are doing well, whether you are in campus or working right now. So, first of all, I would like to apologize for the delay of the live session due to some technical issues. And I would like to thank you to our moderator and panelists for spending your time to join our live session for today. And I would like to thank you to all the audience who is joining us right now. Okay, my name is Amina, and I'm your host for today. For today's live session, we are going to talk about a very interesting topic, which is the skill for the future workforce. So, before we get started, I would like to inform to all Unique Alumni students who is joining us right now that the GHOBS claim form will be blasted in the end of the live session. So don't forget to screenshot this live session as a proof of attendance to claim your GHOBS. Without further ado, I would like to introduce my co-host for today. Welcome, Dr.
Hai,
Kurt.
Assalamualaikum. Hai
Waalaikumsalam.
Mina, Waalaikumsalam. Apa khabar? How are you today?
Alhamdulillah, baik, Alhamdulillah. Okay, for your information, Dr. Hazaria, or better known as Dr. Kurt, is our lecturer in Unique Alniat. She is also activist in other organizations such as Women in Corporate Aviation Asia, Center of Women Advancement and Leadership, Seawall, and other organizations. Okay. So, Dr. Kerr, would you like to introduce yourself,
Yeah,
your
thank
background?
you, Mina. I think everyone know me. Yes. I think everyone know me well. A part of being a lecturer in Unique Almiat, I think to empower all the women, especially our students, um, in leadership, in focusing on their studies, as well as how to be what we call it come into a center of the highlight, because we know, yeah, Mina, female students, based on the research kan, in MIAT itself, we never exceed the numbers of 30% of total amount of female students. Like Mina is from aviation management. I think most of the students came from aviation management. Mina, if I may, in your class, how
Uh-huh.
many of female students?
Oh, for my course, aviation management, my class itself a balance between guys and girls.
Okay, but if we go
Balance
to the technicals
around
class, technical
12,
subject,
12 women. Mm.
okay, but technicals, you can see that the highest numbers of the students in the class will be like six of them. Yeah. So I hope that the forum that we are going to have today, especially in the eyes of the Airbus, yeah, Airbus is a big, huge company. Perhaps we can see not just to the female student, but as well to the rest of the students in terms of what is the future skill that they need to have. Right, Mina?
Correct.
So again, a part of being the coordinator for the Center of Women Advancements and Leadership, which is established last year through the initiative of Mara, right? It just not focusing on the aviation, but also focusing on other 23 cluster. So you guys can Google out Seawall, and every campuses should have their own Seawall platform in order for the students to understand more details. I think, Mina, our program for today supposed to we have two speakers, betul?
Absolutely. But unfortunately, one of our speaker, Mr. J, is unable to join us due to some issue. And another speaker, Mr. Hokin Antolin, a quality conformance manager of Airbus Spain. He will be joining us, but unfortunately not live. He has sent us his keynote presentation as a replacement. So can I play the video, Dr. Kurt?
Yes, over to you, Mina.
And it's just interesting. Good evening, Selamat Tengaharit. Good morning from Spain. First of all, I would like to apologize because it's impossible to join us in live. I hope this short video will be helpful for all of you. I would like to apologize too for the media that I use to recording this video at home, but I expect that the sound and the images will be right. Secondly, thank you very much, Sarian, to invite me at this international forum about the topic skills for the future workforce. And I think, personally speaking, it's an interesting thing. Well, I want to introduce myself. My name is Joaquin. I have worked in Airbus for almost 20 years. I am aeronautical engineer and I have a degree in science of material about my career. Although I have gone through different positions, nowadays my job title is QCM. That means Quality Conformance Manager in the Department of Quality. Basically, to sum up, my department is in charge of developing and deploying the quality system in my plant. And as many of you can imagine, quality plays a key role so as to fulfill the requirements that our customer expects from us. I was working in a small plant, roughly 30 kilometers far away from Madrid in Spain. My plant is expertise in manufacturing composite parts made of carbon fiber for different commercial aircraft. Probably if I choose one characteristic or the main characteristic is that the factory has a high degree of automation with a wide range of cutting-edge machines to manufacturing parts made of carbon fiber. I think, as Hasaria told me, you are a student for pilot, probably. Maybe you are familiar with the different models and versions of Airbus. I don't want to extend in this point, but briefly, we make composite parts for A320 family. It is a single-age family. It's the most seller of our aircraft and the most famous, and is at the same time the smallest one. Furthermore, we make part of A330. It's a long-range aircraft. And the last but not the least, we make different composite parts for the model A350. Its name is extra wide body. Although all these kind of programs are in serial production, I would like not to forget the biggest commercial aircraft ever built. It's A380 at US. Maybe my factory contribute with several components, although unfortunately it is no longer in serial production. In manufacturing, we manufacture different parts of this aircraft, such as HTP, horizontal tailplane, which is, as you know, located in the rear fuselage. We make other parts like wing lover cover, which is the bottom surface that you can see in the wing from the side, and the rear fuselage, both of A330 programs. These parts, as you imagine, have a high structural requirement. All of them, I remember, is made of carbon fiber. Maybe you are wondering at this point why I explain all these things. Mainly to give you an idea that it's a really complex industrial environment with a lot of challenges. Obviously, the next question is what skills or knowledge I need to do my job. Okay, this is the main point of this video. In my view, there are two approaches, although both aren't interconnected. The first is from the point of view of your profile or path career, as many say. The first thing you need to ask yourself if you are more comfortable figure out complex technical issues, and in this case you prefer to become an expert in a specific area, or conversely or alternative, you prefer to manage people. In this case, your path career will be as a manager. In the first case, I mean technical career, it's difficult to identify which are the best skills because depends of the specific area of knowledge that you are working. But generally speaking, skills like conscientious, hardworking, observance, curious are all of them you will come. But I would like to highlight that digitalization is key in any field of expertise, no matter the area which you are working. To give an example, previously I say that my factory have a high degree of automation and the machine collect millions of data. That means that people who is well studied in analysis of big data, architecture of data. Architecture of data is very important. To sum up, architecture of data is to identify which is the journey that the data do from the origin, from the source of data, in this case machines, to the end user. And it's very important to connect these two points. That means that profile like data scientists, data analysts are increasingly popular. Obviously, knowledge in coding is an extra, it's a plus, because nowadays, in some cases, it's necessary to program. That means profession like aeronautical engineer, mechanical engineer, and this kind of profession related with IT system, computer is necessary nowadays. However, if you choose for management, people or project, perhaps you need to focus on a skill related to project management, knowledge to identify risks and opportunities to success in your project. And for the people, there are another kind of skills. However, you know that it's very common that grow in your team. That means a skill to management of conflict among the people of your team is crucial to success. Nowadays, we are working in a multicultural environment. That means you are comfortable to manage people from different cultures, from different religions, from different identities, from different countries. Nowadays, is basic. Other skills could be balance of workforce in order to identify which people are overloaded or what not. It's necessary training. Some of them identify this lack of knowledge is key if you are a manager. Finally, financial studies will be a plus if you are in charge of department. You need to meet the budget. Finally, I would like to highlight the most important skill which apply to all of them. This is for me my top 4 or 5. The first one, effective communication. In my view, most of the mistakes or errors in my daily job is due to the wrong communication. The speaker, the listener, the channel that you choose, the environment are the pillars that make good communication. A good training in this skill will improve your efficiency for sure. It's a good recommendation. The next is could be passion. Motivation, in my opinion, is the most powerful engine that I have ever seen. If you are motivated in your job, you do as much as you want. Personally, motivation helped me to discover new limits and believe in yourself. Trust in your possibilities. Self-confidence is very important because all people see this kind of skill. The next could be end-to-end approach. Um, in my introduction, I explained the different parts of my job. That means the processes are extremely complex with a lot of steps, and people tend to tackle only a part of the process. End-to-end approach or holistic approach, and some people call this kind of view, this is key to success in any problem. Otherwise, you take a risk of forgetting important facts or deliver something that doesn't complete. Or even more critical, if you don't fulfill the requirement that the customers we are waiting, probably you are failed. Related with this skill, the next is customer focus. You have to wonder, who is my customer? Customer could be an airline, it could be a supplier, it could be even your workmate close to you that need your data. If you identify what your customer needs, the success is in your side, for sure. The last, if I would like to make a question all of you. This is a typical question in any interview of job. Are you capable of working in team? This is the world's most demanding skill. Working in silo mode, that means isolate for the rest of the group, is a guarantee of failure. You need to develop your skill to teamwork. Nowadays, due to the complex of the process, there is a lot of expert specialists have a high level of knowledge in a specific area. That means to deliver something is necessary the contribution of different specialists in order to deliver something with a high level of maturity. That means if all these people of the group are not aligned, are not work as one, probably it's impossible to deliver something of excellent level. This is the reason behind of this, because teamwork is very important. Most of the people say, me include, in the interview, that is capable of working in team. So, but it's not easy. The thinking work need to integrate the different views, the different opinion from different people. Usually, every people have your own objective and need to work hard in order to create this personal objective in a common objective. All these kind of things, like be a good listener, be a good speaker, as contribute to teamwork. But if you ask me about if only I can choose one skill, my choice is clear. Being able to adapt in this changing environment. In my view, the more quickly you move with the change, the stronger you are. All of you know that there is many changes every hour, every day, every week, and constantly need to adapt with new knowledge, with new process, with new standard, and it's necessary to recycle, to adapt to this new changing environment. For me, this is the most important skill that is necessary to develop because it is clear that we are changing every minute. Okay, I hope this short video helped you in your amazing future. I hope you have. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you very much to invite me. And I I finally to do my best wishes for the coming year 2023. Thank you very much. Terima kasih. See you. Bye.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, yes, thank you so much, Mr. Joaquin, all the way from Airbus, Madrid, Spain. Actually, Mina, he's actually is my classmate back in 2013.
Uh-huh.
2013. He used to be my classmate when I did my PhD, and he's already somebody in the Airbus during that time, but he's always contribute to a lots of different things and a lots of different angle. If you pronounce the name just now, yeah, indeed, because like in Spanish,
Uh-huh.
it's not J,
It's a
yeah.
H.
So Joaquin, yes, it's a
Okay.
H. All right, Mina, related to the video, there's a lot
Okay.
of things has been said. Yes.
Mhm. So I have a question to you, Dr. Kurt. The first one would be,
Yeah.
what can you say about Mr. Joaquin task, and does it related to our studies?
Okay. Um, I think to some people that first listening to the Spanish native speaking kan, sometimes they have a bit of slang, and then sometimes it's a bit difficult in order to understand what actually he's saying. But basically, when we know the terms of like he actually is the quality conformance manager. Right, conformance itself actually we need to ensure that he was saying about he managed the Airbus 350. He's doing some technical parts on the 320, mostly on the design, composite material and such. So his task actually is to ensure that how well is the product. I mean, in this case, is the structure, and sometimes it's also include the system in order to meet the specific standard. All right. So sometimes the quality conformance manager also will relate to the CO certificate of conformance. All right. I think aviation management students, sometimes the terms too you are well aware about it. All right. So we often use the conformance manager in here, but sometimes kita always listen like quality assurance manager, right?
The
Yeah. So,
control.
but mostly, uh, right. So, Mina, like quality assurance manager, it has something similar, the task. But in this case, Airbus is the OEM, is a manufacturer, right? So they have a specific term. So, Mina, like in aviation management, I think you have a topic that related to something that related to the manufacturer kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
logistic kind of thing, right?
Yes.
Which subject is that, if you can
Which
recall?
related to logistic, we have air cargo, we have air freight logistics, and we also have aircraft maintenance management, and also quality management.
Exactly, quality management. And you guys also have the what we call it the uh, what we call it the structure of the not just MRO but towards the airline itself, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so basically, in Malaysia, we have Airbus in Malaysia. Later, we can talk about that more details. But again, when you talk about the task just now, sometimes we refer to a different names, but the job and the task is specific on the department itself. I think that's clear about the task of Mr. Joaquin just now, yeah. Quality
All right.
Conformance Manager. Yes.
Okay, can we proceed to the next question, which is just now Mr. Joaquin mentioned about effective communication. So, how crucial is communication skills and as well as the self confidence? Can we discuss more on this?
Yeah, he did mentions about the skills because the topic for today itself is actually skill for the future workforce. Um, Mina and as well as the students out there, even though you are learning a different field, like Mina is aviation management, there's some people doing the avionic, some people are doing the aeroplane maintenance or even helicopter or even mechanicals. The future skills is different compare with what we had like 2 3 years back from the pandemic, right? So in here when he said communication skills, it is crucial. It is very crucial because to deliver the message, to deliver the information, to deliver the what we call knowledge, you need effective communication skills. What does it mean by the effective of communication skills? Sometimes can people, not just the students, not just even the staff. I think it's applied to everyone. Normally, we tend to when people is talking, we often always want to reply immediately without thinking of, oh no, I have to listen first in order for me to understand. Right, that's also considered to be the communication skills. I think in the students' daily life also, you need to have proper communication skills with your lecturer. Am I right? If you do not understand, you might want to get back to the lecturer and ask, ma'am, I did not really catch what is this. Can you elaborate more? Imagine if you do not get back to her or him, you tend to make a wrong things. Right? It is very crucial, and it is crucial also for the future workforce in order for them to understand, to listen in order to understand, as well as the self-confidence. Self-confidence is something that not come easily, but with the proper communication skills, with the proper ethics in communication, rather somehow you will build up your self confidence. I think the purpose of all the students in Unike Almiat having the presentation is actually one of them, to build your self confidence while having a presentation through the communication skill. I think Airbus Internationals is really looking towards the students that are very excel in the communication skills. I think that come into the part where Mr. Joaquin is mentioning just now.
Dr. Kat,
You agree with me, right, Mina?
yeah, I'm agree. But in my opinion, to
Mhm.
have an effective communication skills, we need to relate back to the self confidence. Sometimes students have no confidence to speak. That's why they avoid to ask question. So, do you have some tips for the students to gain their self confidence?
Yeah. When we talk about Airbus, right, Mina? Airbus is some company, international company that is everywhere, right? Mostly is everywhere. And in order for us to have a self-confidence, directly with the internationals relation, uh, as I was mentioning, it's not come easily. It's come through the practice. It's come to through the your daily life on how you actually presenting yourself in front of your friends, for example, or even in front of your lecturer, or even in front of the industries out there. Actually, by having the self image, you are wearing something that you are comfortable with, right? It also can lead to your self confidence. If you are wearing something that is like what we call it, like you, this is for men, for male, yeah. You are having a long hair with the all the colors, black, and then some yellow and things, and then you are wearing earrings. We were having these discussions towards the what we call it, the image of the students of the aviation. That also can lead to have a self confidence. if you are having those image, do you think that your self-confidence can be built up when you're standing in front of the CEO? Or even you're standing in front of the manager of the company that you are looking for internship, for example. So, yes, Mina, in order to get the self-confidence, it's actually come from yourself, come from the inner side of yourself, actually by portraying what you are, you yourself, right? By the image of yourself, it's actually come together with the uh, self-confidence.
I agree with you.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Dr. Kurt. The next question. Uh, be specialist. So to be focused on your interest, we need to be the specialist. So integrate people with different situation and work through the chance. As a student, how can we do this?
Yes, Mr. Joaquin was mentioning about B specialist just now, and then we need to focus on our interests. That's also part of the skills of the future, because sometimes you cannot, what we call it, grab every single things in one shot, right? You are the expert of the IT, you are expert of the finance, you are the experts of the technical part and such. So it will too many things on the plate. But if you can focus like one at one time, for example, like if you are the avionics students, for example, sir, if you are the avionics students, you will focusing on all the electrical instrumentations, radio, navigation, and such. All right, that's your field. So meaning that be specialist, meaning that yes, you are the avionics students and you will focus on your avionics area, and your job scope will be directed to something that related to the avionics stuff. For example, like the simulator, you are the licensed aircraft engineer for the avionics, and then you are the what we call it the experts in the system integration in related to avionics, for example. So in this case, if you are avionics, but then you are going for licensing for the what we call it the mechanical parts, all right, for the mechanical, so meaning that you are not focusing. You have a different modules for avionics, and then you adding more on the mechanicals, B1.1 or B1.2, for examples, 3 and 4. So that kind of things that we wanted to portray inside here. So the LED experts, you will focusing on other entity, right? And as well as Mina, you are in the aviation management. So meaning that in here, but you are different. You are a bit of everything and you complete the whole cycle, because you learn about airport, you learn about air traffic controller, you learn about airline finance, because you are the management. You need to know everything. So in this case, you are the specialist of the aviation management. When we talk about the MRO, oh, you know MRO need to have this, and that. And when you talk about airport, oh, you know about airport. There's a runway, there's need to have a, we call it the search and rescue kind of thing, the fire brigade, the police and such. So I think when Mr. Joaquin was mentioning about the B specialist, you need to know your focus area, and in the same times you need to integrate the people and the situation with the different situation. I think as a student, again, you focus on what you are doing and you did not mix with a lots of different things. But yes, everything is IR 4.0, everything is a new things, blockchain, IoT and such. Yes, that one is part of your specialized things. I think that's the things that Airbus is looking for, somebody that is focusing on the special area. They might not want like people like, oh, having the whole things, know everything and such. All right.
All right. So Dr. Kut, just now, Mr. Joaquin mentioned about the skill set that for him is important, such as effective communication, to be passionate in your area, and self confident. So based on the videos just now, and what is your opinion in terms of the skill set of tomorrow? for future aviation in industry? Your opinion about the skill set.
Yeah, I think Mina, when he mentioned about all those three different things just now, it is something that is something that is very common. That it needs to be in the students, each of the students, especially the one that looking for currently is going for internship, and later on they are going for work kind of area, kan? So meaning in this case, in my opinions, the skill set has already changed, right? Has already changed. You are avionics students, but you need to know all the integration system in terms of the IoT. You need to know, like aviation management students, you need to know about the blockchain, for examples. All right, the integrations of the new system that we implemented in the air cargo in terms of tracking the packages and such. All right, even though the current moment we are learning about the basic things, but in the same time the students need to equip themselves with all those new technology and such. How you guys going to do this? Based on your project, based on your final year project, you can you can explore more of the things that is not currently embedded in the system through your final year project. Skills need to be fine, need skills need to be learned. It doesn't come okay, you sit down in the class, okay, the skills come. Because when you talk about skill, it's something that is it can be hands on, it can be something that you can apply. Yeah, so equip yourself with the latest current trends of the aviations, because the future not going to be the same, and every single things will be changed. So be ready and be equipped yourself with all the skills other than the most common skill that has been mentioned by our friends from Airbus in Madrid. Yes,
So the
Mina.
is to continue learning and never stop learning.
Yes.
Okay, Dr. Kurt, if I'm not mistaken, Dr. Kurt used to work for Airbus once upon a time, uh, and it comes a question that come in my mind, which is, what do you think will be challenges for women in this field? Hmm. Challenges of women in
Okay.
this.
Challenges, yeah. Okay. But before that, when you said that I work with Airbus, yes, I work with Airbus for more or less like 6 months in the Airbus military, but during or Airbus EADS slash CASA during that time. It was in Madrid, and I worked with the service bulletin that cater the Airbus 400M. Um, yes, even though it's just for 6 months, it's just for my completing my master program during that time, and being in the company that has multinational player inside it, and I think it's only two of us in that department. It's something that is, yes, the challenges is always there. The challenges is always there, whereby the boss is from US and the rest is from France and also from Spain. So most of the time they're speaking Spanish and they're speaking French. Challenges in terms of the language, yes. We are Malaysian, so some of us is very Malay, bahasa Malaysia, Chinese, and also the Indians, right? So we master with our own language, but I think it's good in terms of if you wanted to go to international, at least learn some other languages, even though it's just very simple one, just to say hi, just to say good evening, just to say thank you, and rather somehow when you start a communication, it will be good to have starting with like hola, hello, right?
Hola.
So meaning that yes, challenges of being in the organization that are not English language native, kan? So challenges of language, but be ready, be prepared, learn other language. I think in UniKL, they are encouraging you to have like Mandarin or sometimes Arabic, and some different campuses like MFI, French or Spanish in MSI. So those kind of thing. Other challenges is that, yes, when you are a minority in those particular organization, sometimes your voice is, I did not say that it's not being heard, but sometimes the delay, sometimes the echo is like very, very slow momentum, but it reached the destination, but it's a very slow. What I'm trying to say in terms of that is that we as a woman, the challenges in terms of voicing up our opinion is there, but it depends on you on how to to overcome it. If you think that you said one time people is not listening, you said second time, then that's it lah. No need lah. I just like it quiet, sit down and just relax and take notes. Are you going to be that type, or if you not being able to deliver your opinions, you said that, oh no, I need to do this. This is something that is, I think, can be considered. It is good for the company, for example. Then you voice it up. If you try to voice it up in the first level, it's not work out. Then you try to the second level. If you're talking with the normal people, normal colleague, it doesn't go anywhere. You talk to another superior, then you talk about it, and then you come up with the proper ideas and such, or presentation. Then it's, oh, they say that, oh, it's good, but I don't think it can go anywhere. But then you go another level. So meaning that if you think that your voice cannot be heard by anybody, you need to trigger why. Is it your voice is too slow? I mean, this is the other meanings, yeah? Or
Mhm.
is it because of the way the way you communicate to each other? It depends. So Mina, as students, I think the challenges, if I wanted to list it down, there's so many things. But again, the challenges will remain the challenges if you don't take it as an opportunity. So every single things that you face, the challenges that you face, there's always a way to find a way to overcome it. And
Yeah.
and I would like to share the students of Unike Almian, you have an opportunity to do the internship in Airbus. If you Google the Airbus website or Boeing website, there's a lots of opportunity to do the intern overseas, and there's a lots of careers being promoting through the Airbus website. Our speaker, actually, Mr. J,
Mhm.
he used supposed to be with us today because it's like 2 o'clock in US. I think he did not manage to set the alarm or such. He actually is the what we call it, the Airbus graduates program. And Airbus graduate program is open to all nationalities, and you guys can apply. If you have follow the requirement, if this needs degree or if this needs a master, then you follow the requirements and apply. All right,
Mhm.
they have a lots of different opportunity, and mostly is being paid. So to the students out there that are listening, please, please go to the Airbus website, and you can find a lots of different columns in terms of internship, and they have a very specific internship in which field. So you will apply it online. So please, please do browsing through the Airbus website and explore more.
All right.
Yes, Mina.
Dr. Kerr, I love the phrase that you used just now, which is challenges will always be challenges if you didn't take it as opportunity. So, as an Erasmus Mundus alumni, is it? Am I pronounce it right? Yeah.
Yes.
Can you share the opportunity to our student?
Yes, Mina. I think I would like to share the screen in the same times. I hope that everyone can look at it. Perhaps the technical team can bring it up. All right, thank you. Okay, basically, I'm the Erasmus Mundus Alumni Associations under representing the under the research unit. I'm promoting the Erasmus Mundus basically. So you can have a look on the Erasmus Mundus website in here. All right. It was launched in 2004, and I'm the third batch of the program called UMAS, European Master in Aeronautics and Space. All right. The best thing about Erasmus Mundus is that, dear all students out there, they are funding you with full scholarship for master program once you finish your degree, as well as to fund you in terms of the PhD. All right, so you can see in here. Okay, this one, Erasmus Mundus joined PhD degrees under different program, which is the Marie Curie Swerdowski program. Later I will show you. All right, and there's a lots of different things, external link that can bring you to about Erasmus Plus, and who can take the Erasmus Plus and all the catalogs. So, all right, I hope that you guys can see. The next page is that these are the Erasmus Mundus catalog, means that all the program under Erasmus Mundus, in here there has like 183 program that you can choose that related to you, all right? And you can look at the details on what we call it, okay, for examples like advanced engineering, material engineering with AI. Okay, I just browse it. Is Belgium, France, Portugal, and Germany. Okay, I hope we can see in here. So this program require you to be at minimum 2 different locations, or sometimes some of the program require you to be at 3 or 4 different locations. It's a fully funded. You can apply everything online. Okay, I think my line is not that good, but you can try to browse around. Yeah, you find something that related to you guys, and you can browse it and see what is the requirement and such. All right. So it's also giving the chance to, for examples like the participant. Malaysia has a very high numbers of participations in the Erasmus Mundus. Yeah, we have lots of alumni from Malaysia. Uh, I hope that we can. Okay, I stop sharing. I hope that we can have different sharing session, yeah, Mina, because we wanted to discuss about Erasmus Mundus program. I think we can organize some other different sessions so that the students that soon to graduate your degree program, that you
Mm-hmm.
can apply it. Even though you are going for internship next semester and you are expected to finish in June or July, you still can apply it by using your professional certificate telling that you are currently on your last semester. We did this. I managed to bring 3 UniKL students to one of the Erasmus Mundus program, uh, and they managed to do it. They went to, I think, 3 different locations. Madrid, Italy, and also they have to went to UK, but not Edinburgh. So, Mina, this is also another opportunity for UNIKE and MIAT students to be the international levels. And when you are already in the international levels, you wanted to join Airbus, for example, there's something that is very close to you. Like you are in Madrid, there's an Airbus Madrid, there's a lots of different department, Airbus helicopter, Airbus defense and space, Airbus what else? Manufacturer line, like Mr. Joaquin. There's so many opportunity when you are already in at the international level. The most important thing is the with scholarship.
Doctor,
That's about EMA.
if I'm
Mm-hmm.
mistaken, Erasmus, there's also exchange student in Unique Almea. Is it
Yes.
the same? Uh-huh.
Yes. Under University Kuala Lumpur International Office, they sign, I think there's quite a few, I can't remember exact numbers, but they have
Mm-hmm.
signed uh, numbers of agreement to participated in the Erasmus Plus program.
Mm-hmm.
For students, you are entitled to be to at least like 5 to 6 months,
Mm-hmm.
right? During your internship to apply for the Erasmus program, and for the staff, sometimes 7 days or sometimes 3 weeks, depending on whether it's research or training and such. Also under the Erasmus plan, Erasmus
Uh,
Plus, yeah, and this one is Erasmus Mundus, yeah,
okay. So I
and
think if
yeah,
our
I'm so yeah,
yeah,
yes, Mina,
if
and Mia,
our
yeah, and Mia signed with the Madrid University for the Erasmus Plus, in order to allow our student to go there for 5 and 6 month internship there, but not in the industry, but in the university to do some project. We are working on it. All right.
Okay. I saw there are quite a number of questions in the comment section.
Okay.
Uh, can I read
I think we
one
can
of
up
the?
the question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Where do you see the future of aviation in 10 years' time?
Oh my gosh. I'm not like a fortune teller kind of thing, but yeah, based on the research, based on the readings, and based on the engagement with the industries, as we know that Unike and MIAT is very actively engaged with the industries in order to understand what is happening around us, yeah, because we are approved by Civil Aviation Authority Malaysia. We need to abide with the regulatory and such, as well as European Aviation Safety Agency. We need to know the condition. We need to follow the rules and regulatory and such, but we also need to follow what are the industry's requirement in order for our student to be equipped for the future workforce. In 10 years' time, I think there will be a lot of different things, right? Coming in now is the MRO of the future on how the different elements being what we call it introduced to the MRO, for examples. If it's before you are introducing what we call it the in situ maintenance, you have like predictive maintenance, preventive maintenance. There's a lot of different things that come in where it needs skills. It needs more or less the embedded skills that you are not before. Like me, like 20 years back, I was like in Malaysia Airlines. Way, oh my gosh, different. Now you can do the inspection just using drone. Your materials of your structure of the aircraft has been embedded by the fiber optic, so you can have a structure health monitoring and such. So now it's already there. But in future, there will be a lots of different things. Flying taxi, it will be there. Not just air cargo using a normal conventional aircraft, but you are also going to capture the what we call it the flying cargoes using drone. So all those kind of new technology that will be currently being introduced, but will be enhanced in the future. So Mina, you are learn about the air cargo and such conventional things, but in future you're going to use a drone. You need to know about the urban air mobility, on how the air traffic management of the drone and such. So there's a lots of different things. You need to follow the current trends of the aviation in order to equip yourself. I think I answered the Asian questions.
All right.
Okay, Mina.
There's another question. How would you compare Airbus to its competitors, Boeing?
Okay, I'm not in the position to compare those two giant manufacturer, right? Boeing have its own, Airbus has its own. When we have like what we call it 747 aircraft, then Airbus come with the super jumbo. We have jumbo 747, then we have super jumbo from Airbus 380, and there's a lot of competition in terms of enhancing the what we call it the commercial airplane itself, yeah. But I think Boeing and Airbus, they have their own elements that they are carry in order to make sure that the airline operator choose their aircraft. All right. But recently we can see that the trend of 737 900 max 737-800 max and such, and Airbus come with the neo 350 inside, the extra wide body XWB and such. So all this kind of thing is the new developments of the aircraft. In the same time, they are embarking into the new digitalizations of the system, the structure and such. So I cannot choose whether Airbus or Boeing, but I think you can tell by view the Malaysia, for example, the Malaysia environment kind of thing, and Malaysia Airline. how many fleet they have, Airbus manufacturer, and Malindo, or even the AirAsia, how many fleet that are coming from the Airbus manufacturer. And you can see that that's Malaysia. Perhaps you can extend to the Southeast Asia, Asian region, and such. So by having said that, can be a final year project topic to understand the Airbus and also Boeing selections from the operator, from the airline, Airbus or Boeing, right? So, but again, it will be based on the which company can give more cost efficient in terms of the utilizations, not just the price of the aircraft, but also the price, the cost implications on the maintenance itself. That's also important. Okay. Thank you, Kara Amin, for the questions.
Okay, Dr. Kurt. I think before we wrap up our session, uh, do you have any encouraging words to our future graduates?
Okay, I think since this platform is actually under the Women in Aviation MIAD, and currently WIAM is the backbones of the SeaWorld uh, campus, UniKL MIADS, and we are trying to come out with the what we call it the empowerment for our female students out there in terms of a lots of different things, in terms of the leaderships, in terms of the networking, and we wanted to portray that the female students in UNIK and MIAD also can be a future leader in the aviation and aerospace. So this platform, international forum, for this year, is not going to be the first and last. So hopefully that next year we're going to cater the international forum, might be Embraer, or might be we can cater the Boeing. Let's see how we can manage to get the speakers, right? But again, whatever that we are doing today, yeah, Mina, actually is something that we can share through WIAM platform, not just to the female student, but also to the male students, that do not set yourself to the, do not limit yourself just to Malaysia. Uh, oh, nak kerja, I want to go to intern at Malaysia Airlines, or then I wanted to work at Malaysia Airlines. I didn't say that it's wrong, but do remember that to all Unique LMIAT students, you are way more better and greater and awesome than that. Your limit is not just Malaysia. Your limit is the sky. You can go everywhere. You can go anywhere you want, because you are special. You are special, and what MIAT is providing you is something that can lead you to all the different paths that bring you to the international level. Since our forum is the Airbus International Forum, please browse to the Airbus website, Airbus in Malaysia, or even Airbus main website, to look for the opportunity for you guys to do the internship overseas, to grab the opportunity of the graduates programs from Airbus, and do also go and search for the Erasmus Mundus catalog with scholarship to you further your master program, or even to your PhD program. Why not? So do not limit yourself. Go international because you are capable. I think that's it for me, Amina.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Kurt, for the very informative discussion. Before we end this session, I would like to conclude back all the points that made by you and Mr.
Go
Hakim just
again.
now. Okay, yeah. The first thing, the skills that we need as graduates in aviation is an effective communication and to be self-confident. And don't forget to take challenges as opportunity. And lastly, if you're interested in pursuing your studies in master or PhD, you can go to Erasmus website to look for the opportunity, and also Airbus website to look for another opportunity in Airbus company. All right, so I would like to thank you to all the viewers for joining our live today, and thank you so much, Dr. Kurt, for joining us today. So perhaps we can have a picture together before we officially end this session. And I would like to invite our backstage crew to join our photo session.
Hello, Dr. Kurt.
Hi.
All right,
So we are still live, yeah? Okay.
one, two, three. One, two, three. All right, thank you
All
so
right.
much. Okay, to all students of Unique Elmia, don't forget to fill in the GHOX claim form that we publish in the comment section, and please attach the screenshot of this session for your proof of attendance. So goodbye, stay safe, and hope to see you guys soon. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.
Thank you, everyone.